Hey everyone, this is Joey from the Wildwood Video Archive, and welcome to an episode of Wildwood's Famous Rides. This is the web series that goes back in time to explore the history of Wildwood's rides that once graced the Wildwood Boardwalk. On this episode, we're going to go back to explore Morey's Piers RC-48. This ride was suggested by many of you as you wanted to know whatever happened to this short-lived ride. If you want to see a ride on this series, feel free to comment below. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button. In 1999, Morey's Piers was starting to see that the Jetstar coaster, which was a fan favorite, was starting to see its age. Instead of investing in fixing the coaster, they decided to replace it. In Morey's Piers' style of always replacing a coaster with a coaster, they started shopping around Europe for something that would be unique to America. This Morey tradition has lived on to today, as we see that the Jumbo Jet was replaced with the Jetstar, the Jetstar was moved to make room for the G&E, then replaced by the RC-48, then the RC-48 was replaced by the Flitzer, and the Flitzer would be replaced by the new Morey's Piers coaster, Runaway Tramp. Yeah, I'm totally off topic, so let's get back on track. The company that Morey's Piers turned to for a new coaster was the Italian company Pifferi. You know what? I really stink at saying company names, so here you are. We're just going to call it for short Pininfarina, or as the Italians will say, Pininfarina. I hope that's the way they say it. It was founded in 1926 to build Dodgem cars and buildings. They didn't get into the coaster business until 1954, when they created a wild mouse ride called the bobsled. I don't know if you guys ever actually seen those, that's what they look like. Between 1945 and 1999, Pininfarina created many different kinds of coasters. By 1999, Morey's Piers had already been in business with Pininfarina, as just a year prior they ordered the Zyklon roller coaster for Mariner's Landing. We know that coaster today as Rolly's coaster, so it would make sense for Morey's to continue working with Pininfarina, as Rolly's coaster was a big hit with the families in its 1999 debut season. Morey's asked Pininfarina for something that would be as pleasing as the Jetstar and a thrill ride for the families. Pininfarina created a custom coaster that featured large curved drops, bank turns, and a helix to finish it off. The train itself would be 3 cars with a ride arrangement of 2 across and 2 in a row for a total of 12 riders per train. Morey's liked the design and decided to order the coaster, and within a few short weeks they started disassembling the Jetstar, which was later sold to Luna Park in France. This is what it looks like today. Now that Morey's had ordered the coaster, they had to come up with a name. And as legend has it, when Pininfarina sent the brochure over to Morey's Piers that featured what the ride would look like, at the very top it said RC-48, which was a placeholder so that whoever bought the ride could name it whatever they want. The RC-48 stood for Roller Coaster 48. Now that did not refer to it being the 48th roller coaster. Instead, the 48 referred to the length of the coaster in meters on its larger side. Kinda weird, right? So now you know why it says RC-48. This was something that Pininfarina did with most of their coaster names, such as the Zyklon Z47 being 47 meters long, the FC-80 being that it's a fast coaster, 80 meters, and lastly RC-40, which was a 40 meter almost the same coaster like we had here, just a little bit smaller. Now that Morey's had a new coaster and it had a name, Morey started marketing it in early April, with their advertisement saying, "Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff! A thrilling coaster ride that everyone in the family can enjoy. Highly banked speed turns and a 50-foot drop will have you screaming for more!" Yeah, that's actually how they had it in the advertisement. Anyways, the coaster came by ship to New Jersey and was delivered in 9 shipping containers. For comparison, Morey's Piers It was shipped in 1 shipping container. The RC-48 opened on Morey's Piers as a 7-ticket coaster in the summer of 2000. To compare, the new coaster, the Runaway Tram, will also be a 7-ticket ride. While the ride line in the beginning was quite long, over time many complaints came about the ride as it got older. From the hard braking to the hard turns, people had a hard time enjoying it. Some, of course, would argue that it was a great ride, but for me, I didn't like it as much. By 2003, Piers wasn't doing so well and declared bankruptcy. The company was liquidated in 2004. This was a big issue for Morey's Piers, as the ride was in need of some refurbishment very soon. With no spare parts available and no way to get new parts because, believe it or not, it was the only of its kind built, Morey's decided to remove the coaster. It wouldn't be until the end of 2007 when the coaster would be sold. It was sold to Wayne Shows, Inc., which was a traveling carnival midway company based in Michigan. The coaster was once again put into 9 shipping containers and brought around the country for fairs. It made its debut in 2008 and has made appearances in the Michigan State Fair, Omaha State Fair, North Carolina State Fair, and the Florida State Fair. And here's an interesting fact for you. It had cost an estimated $35,000 to move the ride from Wildwood, New Jersey to Florida for its first fair. Due to it being a traveling fair, the travel arrangements changed from 9 shipping containers to 2 trailers and a container. Wade Shows wasn't about to spend money on moving that coaster around almost every other month. Currently, the RC-48 is up for sale as Wade Shows wants to purchase a new featured traveling coaster. There isn't a price listed for the coaster online, but it is an 18-year-old coaster, so you could get a good deal. So if you want to buy it, I guess go for it. So what do you think? Comment below if you were sad to see the RC-48 go. Also comment below if you're excited for the new Runaway Tram roller coaster coming to Surfside Pier this summer. Thank you once again for watching our video. If you want to see a ride on this series, please comment below and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification button. Until next time, stay wild.